What's up, rollies? It's the Benz fam, back with another video. Get down! You don't get on the bed. The intro seems to do something to Cece and Prince. We go to do the intro and they both are like, hold on, me too. Prince over here thinking he gonna hop up on the bed. Boy, you is not a bed dog.
Alright, y'all, baby surprised me with the title of this video. What's the title of the video?
Why did we get married? I feel like as you
I
are,
ask myself that every day.
you got to. You really got to.
Myself, why I have kids too?
For real.
Got a cramp in my leg.
That's what you get for talking about your seeds. Nah, but you do have to ask yourself that sometimes, because as much as we love each other, baby and I have an easy marriage. Like I'll say that, like, compared to what other people be going through, our marriage is easy. We have very good.
Who?
It's easy. Our marriage ain't easy.
Our marriage is cool because I be like,
oh, it's
really,
cool. It ain't easy, but it's cool. We don't have
a lot of
sacrifice issues.
It's become easier.
You're just sacrificing. I'm over here thinking we living and she's sacrificing.
Well, we do. We compromise, we sacrifice. You could call it easy, but if it was easy, everybody would be doing that shit.
But ours is pretty easy.
We get along.
Well, and I feel like we have like good non-verbal communication, and like we I mean, when I can feel when you're irritated, and I know how to like back off, or like you know when I just need a nap, so you just like don't say nothing to me, or you say Cece's about to go down, you should go take a nap.
Yeah, but you feel like that's easy because I be wanting to cuss you out. So you know what I'm saying? It's easy, but it ain't easy.
Okay, yeah. It's
because you be wanting to cuss me out.
Yeah, okay.
Like when you didn't make me an egg and I was hungry, and you just like, oh, make your own egg, and then I was really gonna cuss you out over that egg, and then you just got it together. It wasn't easy for you to go in there and just make me breakfast, now was it? But you did it. See, and that's what I mean about like the compromises.
Okay.
We make it easy, I feel like.
Yeah, we make it
because it's not easy to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. We do have, like, today we was at Walmart and I was like looking at baby and I was like, I feel blessed to have somebody that I actually love and love being with, and like we get along. I don't ever think about us not being together. Like, have y'all ever been with somebody and you're like, you know it's gonna end, or y'all be on the verge all the time, or you don't even really like that person?
yeah. Like you in love with that person, but you don't really like that person, and like you try to hang out with them, but you just argue, or like, yeah.
But I don't know that I've ever been with anybody that I really liked being with, and to feel comfortable and not be worried. Like, I don't worry about maybe not being honest. I don't worry about none of that stuff. That's the least of my worries.
But see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say our marriage is easy, because we fought about an egg.
Go back to how we got here.
Well, we gonna go back there, but at this point, you know, 6 years into marriage,
I feel like we worked.
9 years into a relationship.
You got to get to a place, and then it's like smooth sailing. But over here, we was
we was going through it. We're very strong personalities, and there was like a lot of ego and pride, and I ain't gonna apologize. You too, though. There was times we were both wrong, but you were like, I'm not apologizing because she was wronger than me.
No, actually, I always apologized. So maybe I wasn't there, because I can pretty much remember always apologizing.
So
maybe that's what you was doing. Remember, I apologized too much. You know, you just have too much love to give, and
that wasn't apologizing too much.
I would always have to apologize first. We would go weeks without talking in the same house.
Yeah.
And if I didn't say nothing, we probably wouldn't be talking right now today.
Because I was the type of person that would do something wrong and she'd get mad at me, and then I'd get mad at her for being mad at me.
Facts.
Facts.
And so you had the nerve to just make that statement that you just made, that fraudulent.
You're talking about when we lived in the townhouse. I was talking about a different time. You have to remember
that one time
that we she wasn't talking about that
she wasn't talking about them years. She was talking about that one time.
That one time, all the way in the back.
Yeah, that one time.
Before we had lived together?
Yeah, okay.
But that leads us to, why did we get married? Because honestly, what I will tell you, like, this is very genuine, very much in our business. From the outside,
hold up.
From the outside looking in, like, let's say Whitney was my best friend and I knew everything that was going on.
Okay, you confusing me.
Okay, I'm trying to tell them from the outside looking in. Early relationship of Ashley and Whitney. If I was Whitney's best friend and I knew everything that was going on between Whitney and Ashley, I would have told her she was out of her damn mind to get married. We was butting heads bad. She
had an icebox where her heart used to be at that time.
And we was we were fighting a lot. The communication was so bad, and like we were going weeks without talking. We were not anywhere near where we're at now, which is crazy because I was watching this thing, and some of y'all may have seen it just like kind of pop up on your Instagram feed, where Michelle Obama was talking about she feels like what's wrong with the state of marriage with young people now is that they give up too soon.
Let's pause. Why did we give up?
Because of you.
Why did we give up?
You wouldn't let us. Thank God. Thank God baby wasn't gonna give, baby wasn't giving up.
We wasn't giving up.
Like, to think about it, there were a lot of times where logically one would have thought we should have called it quits and thrown in the towel. And we didn't, and luckily we didn't, because look at us now. It's crazy to think of what we are now and like how crazy and like dysfunctional and just out of control we were at.
Why are you calling yourself all them names? I mean, you was crazy and dysfunctional.
I ain't gonna lie, I was, but our relationship was.
Yeah, it was.
Now, don't quote me and stay in no crazy ass nonsense like, well, you just can't give up so soon, because some people be in some mess, right? Baby and I have never had any deep-rooted issues in our relationship. They felt deep-rooted, but there's no infidelities or deep dishonesties, anything like that, right?
It was mainly like miscommunication. Baby had a lot of guards up. A lot of guards up. So getting to accept, not even understand each other's upbringing, each other's past, stuff like that. And then you gotta let go of it. So it's like you acknowledge it, you kind of understand why or where they're coming from with certain shit, and then y'all both have to like forget that, right? And just move forward. You can't carry issues from your past relationship. You can't carry insecurities from your past relationship. You can't hold grudges or, you know, think everybody's the same and it's just gonna end up this way and that way. Like that will really put a damper on your party.
Yeah. And you have to be able to accept and understand when you are the problem. And so I think that helped us, because I was able to, at a certain point, don't get me wrong, it took me years.
It took a gangster therapist.
And a gangster therapist.
A gangster therapist that used to be a therapist in the prison, okay?
Well, but it took me my own personal therapies too, to let my guard down, to even allow you in close enough for us to begin to communicate without ego and abandonment issues and things like that. And so abandonment issues in a relationship show up as you can go.
A Purple Heart tattoo.
Shut up. They show up as you can go, right? So baby and I would get into a fight that maybe wasn't even that serious, and I'm figuring out where I'm gonna move. Like, what are we in the same fight? Because you're moving out and we was tripping over a shower curtain, but you moving? And that's how abandonment issues often show up for people. Is like, well, you can go, I don't need nobody, you ain't gotta stay, I can do this without you. And then what you do is you make your partner feel insignificant and unimportant. So when I was able to accept that, like, hey, I need to go work on my childhood traumas, my issues, so that I'm not ruining this relationship that's trying to grow, then we were able to move forward a little bit more. It wasn't a situation where it was like, well, I'm gonna go to therapy, but you need to go to therapy too, because she didn't need to go to therapy. So it really was.
We needed couples therapy.
We did need couples therapy, but I feel like it would be easy to get caught up in this idea.
She got mad at me because I said I didn't need therapy.
I did. I did, because it was like, who do you think you are?
You think you perfect? I'm like, well, I mean, I'll go. I mean, I feel like everybody could use a little therapy,
but baby didn't necessarily need therapy for our relationship to grow. And it wasn't even that she was coming into the relationship perfect. I think that there was a few factors. One, she was a lot older than me. You were.
I was, and then I bounced back to my
And so she was coming into the relationship with much more maturity. And then she was also coming into the relationship with a sense of security and stuff in herself and in her upbringing. She didn't have all kind of childhood trauma that was showing up and manifesting problems into her relationship like I did. I needed to go to therapy. I was the person that had to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to therapy because I'm gonna ruin this.
But for me, she didn't even care if she was gonna ruin it at all.
You gotta go.
It was like, are you trying to ruin? Like, do you want to be here? Like, wait, what's going on?
For real though, but why? Why did you?
I don't know.
Keep trying?
So you just want me to say this so I can like sound all soft and buttery and shit? Because you already know what I said. What I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, tell them y'all, so they need to hear it. Go ahead.
Nah, so I don't know. Like when I'm not.
Tell them, baby.
I ain't saying it.
Cause I told you why I was put on this earth.
Nah, look. I'm gonna tell you. Basically, when I met baby, and then this sounds so corny, like the corniest shit ever, but it's facts. I just knew that all of that shit was just like a cover up. It was fake. I could see through all of it, and I would always tell her that, and she would get so mad. Like that would be the one thing I would say to make her just flash. Like,
how you gonna tell me I ain't no gangster?
Like, I'm like, I can see through all that. Like, you ain't this hardcore, ain't got no love in you person. You're not, but you was playing that role good though. Like, damn, for a minute I'm like, maybe I'm tripping.
Maybe she is.
Did I really see through that?
Maybe
or
she
what?
Is,
I don't know, but I just felt like I was put on this earth to love baby and to like show her that like people,
what was you put on this earth for?
And I feel like back up. No, I'm just playing. I feel like I was supposed to show her, you know, that there's real people, there's real relationships, there's people that won't lie to you, there's people that won't let you down, and I really felt that strongly. I strongly felt that. So I made it a point not to just walk away from her or give up on her. Like, I kind of knew, I kind of already had an idea of the relationships and the upbringing and the stability, that kind of stuff. Not in detail, I had an idea enough, and so I don't know. I just always wanted to let her know that there's different people out there. Now, have I always been that person in my relationships? Hell no.
Because baby was one of those people.
Hell no, I wasn't. I'm not proud to say that. That's fucked up. I apologize. You know, whatever. It was just different with her. That was really weird to me. I never felt like that. I never wanted to be that for somebody, so I just knew that it was different. And then when we started dating more, whatever you want to call it, I moved back and stuff, and it was like, I'm not about to move back here to be dating her for her to be saying, oh, we don't have titles, oh this, oh that, because it's like, well, oh, I'm gonna play you soon then. Because if this ain't going nowhere, then all of this ain't gonna go nowhere. I gotta keep doing what I'm doing. So to me, it was more of, if we don't commit, if I don't commit, I'm not gonna commit at all. So it was kind of like I needed to know that it was going somewhere. I needed a reason to be honest and be faithful and all of that stuff, because it wasn't gonna last. If she was dating people and I was dating people or whatever, it wasn't gonna last.
Well, y'all, I was put on this earth to give baby some baby.
How many? I need to know.
Nah, girl, nah.
I got one more coming, two more.
You got this one and possibly one more. Possibly one more. And the reason why I really believe that I was put on this earth to give babies is because we have had 2 IVF cycles with only 2 eggs, and both of them have worked. Okay,
but tell me why before me and baby was like dating or anything, I would be out and I would be like, you see her, that's my baby mama, that's gonna be my baby mama, and all my little cousins and my niggas would be like, okay, yeah. And it's funny that I really would say that, and I was dead serious, and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy.
Now looky looky. They should have knew. What they should have knew is that baby is the person in life that always gets what she wants. Baby wants it, she gonna get it. The universe is going to align for her to have what she wants. It's who she is. It's what's in the cards for her this lifetime. It was important for me to get married once we had started making plans for the future, and we had decided that we were moving to North Dakota, and so I was moving out of my house. That was like a really good setup with my family. I had originally planned on moving to California with my mother, and so like I was changing that plan, and I was moving out of the house that I was in. I was basically rearranging my whole entire life to follow this girl to North Dakota. And everyone's like, North Dakota? Like, why in the world would you move to North Dakota?
They didn't know it was a gold mine. That's why I made a lot of money at.
Having that commitment was like, okay, I'm not just moving out here for this girl. Like, I'm moving out here for my fiance. We're gonna get married. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna live here for a few years. We're gonna stack a bunch of bread, and then we're gonna move back to Utah or to wherever we want to move to. So that commitment was important for me. Well, baby proposed kind of quick. In January, we became exclusive, and then in April is when we finally said I love you. And then in November, she proposed. So it was kind of quick.
I had to make some decisions.
And like I said, we wasn't all peachy, everything all great, and we're just so connected.
I had to figure
and
some
in
shit
tune
out,
with
girl.
each other. Like, that's not where the relationship was. We was vibing
back here staying, or was I staying over there? Because I had to know. Like, is you down or not? Because if you ain't, let me stay where the fuck I'm at, girl.
And I was shocked. Like, I was shocked.
And I think she made a comment about that later. I wanted to knock her head off her shoulder. And I was like, what the f am I doing? Like, this woman is out of her goddamn mind. Like, does she know who the f I am. Does she fucking know that I just bought her a ring and got on my motherfucking knee to ask her, like, who the f is she? Like, I was, sometimes I would be like, what the f? Like, I would be so confused.
I didn't even really know how I felt about marriage. And then she proposed, and then I knew that I had to say yes.
I think we got into an argument, and she was like, well, I just said yes, because what else was I gonna say?
Well, I had to say yes.
Who fucking says that?
I couldn't say maybe. I couldn't say no. If I said no, if I said anything besides yes, it was over at that point. Like, that was gonna be done. The relationship was gonna be done. And I didn't necessarily like not feel like yes, but it was kind of like, whoa, like I literally have never been caught off guard more in my entire life. It was my graduation
trip. Thought I was a scrub.
/ our birthday trip. I just thought we was I did not know we was going to make life plans together.
The way she did me, you'd have thought I was a fucking scrub. Like, just got off the bench.
Shut up. I just didn't know we were like getting engaged in the relationship type phase.
Yeah, well, but you found out now, didn't you?
I did, and I'm glad I said yes, because it was the right decision. I let my heart lead me, and I said yes, and baby let her heart lead her. Look how it turned out. It worked out.
Thank God.
It worked out. Good Lord. But anyway, that's why we got married. I'm very glad that we got married. I'm curious why y'all got married.
Yeah, and I'm curious why you single if you still single. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all like this video, turn your click clacks on, subscribe.
I holla.